Alright guys, so in this video we're going to be talking about healthy escapes. What do I mean by healthy escape? So with marijuana, that's what I call an unhealthy escape. It's something we use to not face reality, but the key here is that it causes pain and long-term consequences. So with a healthy escape, that's going to be something that gets you out of, the day-to-day life, maybe the grind that you're going through, maybe some painful stuff, because you need breaks from the inner work. However, afterwards you feel recharged, you feel rejuvenated, you feel like you can move forward, and it really helps your growth instead of stunts it. So the first thing is going to be going out to somewhere you've never been before. This is where I am right now. I'm in Mexico. I don't even know the name of the city, but it's a brand new place and it's absolutely beautiful. It's helped me detach from my regular work life, including marijuana recovery, and have a weekend of fun where I can kind of relax, forget about the world, and go into a different state of reality. And what's great about this is that when I come home, I'm gonna be recharged. I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm ready to put my head down and focus for another week, 2 weeks, a month, because I had this time to recharge and just kind of feel better about life. So a way you can do this too, if you can't go on vacation or something like that, just go to a new part of town. When I was getting sober and in marijuana recovery, I would go to different parks all the time. I would go to new parks, I would explore, I would see, different environments, and I would go for long walks. This really helped me escape. So that goes into number 2, going out into nature and getting walks, or in a public place too. So the great thing about going out into nature and getting walks is, one, you get to escape that city air, that city vibe, maybe breathing in all that pollution. You get to get in touch with nature, number 2, which is kind of our natural state. That's what's really great about nature, is you become more of yourself when you're out there, which might be scary, some of the things you've been avoiding. But I would say this, I did a lot of healing in nature when I was in marijuana recovery for my first 2 years. I would go out to this arboretum, huge place, so that you could walk around for hours. And I would go there for a couple hours a day and just, heal all the things I needed to heal, remember past memories, maybe even cry, because that is a huge part of the grieving process. And when I was a kid, I would go out into nature a lot with my family. I didn't like it when I was a kid, but as I got older, I started to appreciate it. So it was really important to get out there and retouch with that inner child, that part that I had abandoned, in a sense, to chase drugs and alcohol and pleasure and all that stuff. And hey, it's just part of growing up, right? However, I had to heal that in order to become more of a full person. So getting out to nature is great. Going out for walks too is also gonna boost endorphins, which is really important for mental health, stability, feeling better about yourself and your day-to-day life. Number 3 is eating healthy food. Binge eating, right? You may be, whoa, this is an addiction channel, we shouldn't be binge eating. Well, if you're binge eating on kale, promise you, you're gonna feel better after. And I'm a big foodie, so I had to find ways that I could satisfy that urge to eat as much as I want, while at the same time not feeling like shit after, or feeling great and ready to move on with my day or week or whatever, or even help the healing process. There's so many benefits to healthy eating. So when I was eating junk food and I would binge that, it would boost my dopamine, I would feel like shit after, I'd feel depressed, all that stuff. But when I started to eat healthy foods and binge those through intermittent fasting, which is a great tool if you have a compulsive eating kind of addiction. So what intermittent fasting is you don't eat for the first portion of the day, pun intended, and then at night you get to eat for like a few hour window, and then in those places, as long as I'm eating healthy, I can eat whatever I want and as much as I want. And bonus is, because I'm only gonna allow myself to eat for those few hours, and you can only stuff your body with so much food, it helped to the overeating in itself, because I wouldn't be eating and snacking throughout the day. I would just have one big meal at the end of the day and therefore feel a lot better. So that is number 3, is healthy eating, maybe cooking, going out to a nice restaurant where there's like healthy meat and stuff like that, good protein, not like a bunch of like greasy fried stuff. And the 4th escape is gonna be to dive into music. I love music, man. I'm sure you guys too. I've never met anyone that says I don't like music. Everyone has their own genre, of course, and getting sober, I really dove into music when I was feeling depressed and I needed to pick me up. I would say this one's more of a yellow flag, because you can overdo music for sure. I'm sure maybe you've listened to music for hours and hours, and then at the end of it, kind of you feel a bit depleted. But whenever I need a little pick-me-up, I go to a nice song. I go to a good house music song or trance music that just, it lifts me up and makes me remember either a certain time where I felt different than I did, or help create new memories in the moment if it's a new song. I'm one of the people that if I find a new song I really like, I listen to it nonstop for, I don't know, like 3-4 days until I'm just exhausted of it. So that actually might not be a healthy way to consume music, but music is definitely a great escape. And creating music too. I don't know if you guys do any kind of music creation, whether it be like producing music or playing an instrument. Those are great things that I do when I'm feeling a little low and I need a pick-me-up, or I want to feel better. So I like to play piano. So I go to this huge mall where I'm at in Mexico City, and they have a beautiful grand piano that I just sit down and play. The other day I played for like an hour and a half, and I was feeling kind of down before that too, and I didn't want to go, but I knew this is going to be a healthy escape. And if I can go and play some music for a couple hours, I'm going to feel a lot better. And lo and behold, I felt way better. Made some cool videos on some of the songs I was playing, and it just ended up being a great experience that I won't forget. So yes, if you guys are in the musical creation space, dive into that for sure in a healthy way. This one could be, yeah, like I said, could be go either way. So other than that, guys, yeah, that is it for my 4 healthy escapes that I like to do when I'm trying to get through a craving or a withdrawal or something like that, or I just want to feel better, especially marijuana recovery where dopamine's low. It's good to have things where you can go to feel better about yourself and your life and where you're going on your journey. And so if you want some help identifying maybe some of those passion projects, some healthy escapes for you, then I invite you to reach out for a call with me for one-on-one coaching. We'll hop on a short Zoom and I'll get to know you a bit and find out where you are on your journey, how it can be of assistance, and what we can do to help you find some fun things to do to escape. P.S. Basketball is another one. I love playing hoops. I love exercise. I talk a lot about exercise, but we'll save that video for another day. So with that, guys, have a good one. Peace.